It seemed like you were really initiating a lot of that tonight, weren't you?
We just, we couldn't make some shots. We got some good offensive possessions, in the first quarter, even in the second quarter, but we just couldn't make shots. And, Kai was a little rusty coming off a couple game, out, and obviously Kev as well. So just try to see if I could push the tempo, get us into a good flow, get some early buckets in the second quarter, and was able to push the lead up to a double-digit lead by halftime. So it worked well for us.
Can you explain to the fans how delicate the balance is when, members of the big three are out? Not a long time, but just enough.
Well, it's I think, from at the end of the day, you can work out as much as you want to and do the things, but, on the court, play is the best way to stay in rhythm. And anytime you take a couple games off here and there, it could, mess up your rhythm a little bit. And obviously Kai and Kev's rhythm was a little bit off, but they stuck with it, and that's why, they're all-stars. They stuck with it and, made plays for us to help us win tonight.
Do you enjoy, as a lover of basketball, do you enjoy watching Kyrie in the fourth quarter sometimes?
What's not to enjoy? I mean, he's special. He loves big moments, and no matter, if a team, with the record that they have and the record that we have, the games get close, he's going to step up to the plate, and, it's always great to see him come through.
What will Kyle Korver add to this team?
What does Kyle Korver add to this team? A veteran, a guy that's played at a high level for a long time, has, championship aspirations, and he has another rocket launcher.
What did you think about your impression of the Nets? They're having a tough year, but they played pretty well against.
Yeah, I mean, they've out of their 8 wins, 7 of them has been at home, and we coming into the game, we knew that they're a much better home team, and those guys play really well here. So they got some really good young pieces, and they're all of them are trying to develop, and Brooke has been here, the staple, and he's still putting up great numbers every night. So they gave us a good test.
Did you expect LeBron to have to kind of play a heavier load in the beginning because there would be some rust from Kevin and Kyrie?
No. I mean, I don't. I know what I'm going to play per night. I'm going to play in the range of 34 to 36 minutes a night, and I think I ended the game at 35. So, it didn't matter, what the game had calls or if guys are struggling or not. I know what the game plan is.
When teams do make runs at you, as they did, you knew it was coming. The championship experience comes into play. How does that manifest?
It does, and it's a fine line, because we know we have the ability to close games out when games get close. But sometimes, for us to fully reach our potential, when we got teams down, let's try to keep them down, and have an 18-point lead to start the fourth, and they went on a quick 9-0 run. Even though we know we're capable and we know we can win tough games or close games. Let's see if we can go from 18 to 22 sometimes, to 24, make the other coach, instead of us calling the timeout, make the other team call the timeout. So it's something we want to continue to work on, too.
You've stated the last couple of days what you'd like to see from this team, what you'd like to see them add. We don't need to go over it again, but have you shared those thoughts privately with Griff?
Nah, just at the end of the day, I mean, I think Griff has done a great job, but this is something we knew from the beginning. We knew when Mo was, practically not coming back. We just haven't been in a position to capture one. So, it's not like I'm talking just out the side of my face. It's something that we know that's going to make us a really, really good team. If we can add a veteran point guard that can give Kyrie just a small break and allow K to develop at his own pace. It's important. So, but we got time.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, LeBron.
Obviously, you were pretty displeased at half when I got to talk to you. How do you think things came around? You did have that 24-point lead.
Right. You know what? I think they're a tough team, especially at home. They have so many different lineups, and they just started attacking the rack. We're up by 14, up by 18, by 24, got down to 11 or 12, maybe 9. So we just had to constantly keep adjusting. I think for myself, like me, I think I just started to stand up too much. They came to Frye Island, but I think for me, I just had to keep being involved in the game, and I kind of got stagnant. But Kyrie gets us in the game, and then LeBron kind of finished it off there. But we got to get a little bit tighter. But this is the first time Kyrie's played in 5 games. First time Kevin's played in a month. So, for them to get their sea legs. Like I said, Tristan made his free throws in the second half. So there were some good things. I don't know how many steals we had, but I know we had active hands, and it helped in the second half.
You guys often talk about how you've seen everything. So when guys are out, when they do come back, like a night like tonight, just pick it up.
It's an adjustment because, there's a kind of – they're trying to figure it out, and we're trying to say, okay, we did this more last game. So it's just kind of like a give and take, and coach left the rotations in there a little long so guys could really get a flow, and it'll be a lot tighter next game.
You talked about on the broadcast, you are number 1 in the league in three-point percentage at 46%.
Am I? You know what, girl? Listen, you know what? That's up and down, man. Like, in a week, somebody else will be 46, and I think for me, I play with really good players. I'm just doing my job. Tonight, I fell down once. I never fall down, but that's cool.
We don't pay attention to that.
No, don't pay attention to that.
How much, though, do you work on the inside, putting it on the floor? Or is that just read and react?
Because I think for me, like as a shooter, if I feel like my game is single-faceted, then I'm going to just rely on that J all the time. And what I found out over my career is if I work on everything else, I'm going to get most of my shots are going to be threes. And so I'm going to make my efficient threes. So if I shoot 100, I got to make above 80. Once I put it on the floor, you're starting to see that now. Starting to shoot the turnaround J. And those are things that I'm really starting to try to develop within this offense, within a system where the guys are comfortable and they know I'm going to shoot those shots for June and May, June, July, or May and June. But yeah.
One final point. I think people sometimes don't understand the importance of winning this first one when it comes to a long road trip. How big is that? Huge.
Regardless of the team, we've been at home, been in a nice little rhythm to come on the road, regardless of the record, a tough team. They're young, they play hard, they play the right way. They got a good group of guys here, well coached. It's just going to kind of uplift us and get us going. And we had some hiccups there during the game, but we overcame it, and boom.